rappers and music producers, you may see that we have a little bit more clarity than we've been used to. Let's give a little time for some people to come in here. We're going to critique some beats tonight. It's the last preseason game of the night for my Lakers. So, everybody's out, so we got time. 300 Beats, what's up? Skirts Beats, what's up? Black Mask. And let me know how the video is, because right now I'm actually streaming not on my webcam, but on my DSLR. So is it kind of choppy? How's it going? AMG Assassin, what's up? Unknown. Yeah, I'm sick. I'm getting there. Gratz Beats. Ace Music. Yeah, my voice, man. It's that cold season. It's switching over. It's clear, huh? Hey. So, yeah, man. Shout out to El Gato Camlink. We got some clarity now. So we super clear. We're using a DSLR that I use for all my videos instead of using the webcam, you know. So they've made it super easy to do that. What's good with y'all? How y'all doing tonight? What you been working on today? Why does your voice sound 3 octaves too low? Because I need an auto tuner. But I'm about to getting past this. You change your voice, sound like a semitone down. Yeah, man, I don't know. Does it like sound like? Does it sound like? Is my voice? Is it cool now? Is it cool? Let me know if it sounds off. Like if it doesn't sound right, then maybe I have an audio issue. I think everything should be fine though. Is it lagging? Shouldn't be lagging. Sarah Watson says, about to smash some beats, as you should. Lifestyle did it. What's up, man? Let me tell my D voice. Said my voice like an untuned 808. Okay. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get this. Critique my beats. Tonight, we are getting ready to get to a few producers. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out Lifestyle did it, man. Always good to have folks that are fellow contributors to value here. So, it might be a problem. Is my voice really bad? Let me listen to my voice on the phone. Let me see. If I have a crazy voice right now, that'd be crazy. Let me see. So let's look at Curtis King. Let me see what I sound like. Let's see. Let me listen to my voice on the phone. Oh my gosh. If I have a crazy voice right now, that'd be crazy. Let me see. So let's look at Curtis King. Let me see what I sound like. Oh my gosh, I do sound crazy. That's wild. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can fix this. Oh, that's wild. I've never sounded like Tyler like in real life. Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh my God, I do sound crazy. That's wild. All right, let me see. Okay, hello? Hello? Does it sound better now? I've never sounded like Tyler like in real life. You see my voice though? My voice is janky right now. Okay, hello. Does it sound better now? Okay, yeah, we're good now. Okay. No, babe, before I was using the microphone and for some reason this microphone had me sounding like Tyler. I was like, Tyler, what seems to be the problem? Everybody's complaining about you being in here making threats and whatnot. What's going on, Tyler? Talk to me. Damo roll another. All right, we should be good now. Okay, we should be Gucci. Y'all, am I good now?
I know I still got a cold. All right, cool. Well, we got it situated. For those of you that are not joining us live right now, please don't mind me looking up there. I'm supposed to be looking right here. I'm not used to using my actual Lumix GH4 to do these, but thanks to technology, I can now use my camera to do this. I just got to figure out this microphone situation another day. That's not today. But, oh man, yeah, I'm a bit sick. About to get past this though. We are going to, shout out to everybody that's in the room right now. We are going to go to some beats right now. For those that continue to ask, maybe y'all can do me a favor that's in the chat. Tell these fools that come in late, yo, where you send the beats to? Tell them this is not free submissions. It's not that. Tell them to go to critiquemybeats.com and it'll be on a future episode, because I feel like I have to answer that question every single time I do this. I know people. I know human beings. So let them know. So we're getting ready to do these critiques of the first producer, which I believe is United Trail Network. It might be his name. We'll figure it out. So yeah, we're going to listen to this individual first. He says, what's up, Curtis? Your videos help me out with my production. Help me out a lot with my production. I'm grateful what you do for this community. Only been making beats for about a year now, and I'm trying to learn as much as possible to perfect my craft. Any feedback will be greatly appreciated. Okay, so thank y'all for joining. We love to get your feedback tonight. You see this clarity? Like, I'm like proud of this clarity right now. Like, hey, I didn't even got my light on. This is good. This is clear. Aside from that, let's go ahead and listen to this individual's beats. I'm pretty sure their name is in here. But shout out to everybody in here that's joining. Let's go ahead and listen to the first beat, which is called the Catalyst. So I think his producer name is Man Cognito. Mano Cognito? All right, let's get it. Sound check first. Put a 1 if you can hear the beat. All right, so the first beat is called Catalyst Instrumental. So when I'm hearing this, you said that you've been doing it for a year, and I can hear that. I can definitely hear some room for growth in a lot of places. I'll say the thing that I like right now with this beat is your tempo. I like the tempo that you're at. I think that's a comfortable tempo for you. This is based off of one beat. It seems like this is a good tempo for you. You got some good rhythms going on here. The biggest issue I'm having right now is the sound choices. Your sound selection is an issue, and that's typically the issue for about 98% of producers in the very beginning of their careers. Sound selection is the issue. So sound selection is an issue, and then also, too, I would say that the keys you're playing don't seem to be all in key. Your 808s don't seem to be in key with that lead synthesizer sound that you got going on there. There's not much arrangement going on. There's not really a lot of like pauses in the beat. It's just kind of like this continuous loop. And if you're trying to get someone to rap over this beat, or if you're trying to have this be something that somebody vibes out to, there's a lot of elements going on, but you just got to space them out and figure out what's absolutely necessary. Because right now it just sounds like a clutter of a lot of different sounds, and not sounds that cohesively work together, in my opinion. But let's go to the chat and let's see what my good folks got to say inside the chat. Y'all be respectful. Please be respectful. Piano's a bit muddy. I did hear that. Hell yeah, I'm proud of the quality. Great Beats, I'm real proud. What's going on, Glee Beats? Yeah, somebody said DC Comics type beat. Yeah, I mean, I just think that it was in a place. I think it's in a place right now that I'm sorry, I was reading this email. I think it's in a place right now where they need to clear up the actual mix of this. But I think before you clear it up, you got to make sure the elements are right. And I think sound selection is the biggest issue with this beat. That's only one beat. Let's go to the second one and let's hear what you're working with on the second one, which is called Cinema. All right, so I think we're running into the same issues here, is that we got some more issues going on with things being out of key, as well as your sound choice being, it's uninspiring. And when I say it's uninspiring, what I'm saying is that you're using sounds that don't really evoke an emotion. You're not really using sounds that immediately say, oh, like, I want to do something with this. It doesn't motivate the listener to do anything. I think that it's one of those beats where you probably were in a space, a mental space when you were making this, and it made a lot of sense at the time, but it just seems like as I'm listening to this, there's a lot of elements that just don't make any sense emotionally. We know it's a dark beat. Cinema instrumental. We know this is a dark beat, right? You title it, you can see in the stuff in the background, this is a dark beat. However, I think that there's a lot of things that are contradicting the darkness of this beat, right? And instead of complimenting it, I think that you have the 808s seem like these are 808s that you kind of find on a mid-tempo trap beat. And even the drums, the sort of like drummer boy snares and whatnot that you got going on, not the producer, but like an actual drummer boy, like those snares just kind of contradict where you're going with this. Like they're a little bit more busy than what the piano gives us emotionally. So it just seems like things are all over the place. It doesn't sound cohesive at all. I would say that some ways to improve it is definitely going to be upgrading your sounds. I think that a listener or a rapper would give this a shot if it had more elements or had better quality elements, right? If that 808 was coming in just a little bit stronger, and I don't mean louder, but stronger in its presence, and it warmed the track up, and it was just the piano, and maybe not that string that came in, I think that a rapper would give this an opportunity. No Sato Montesino, whatever your name is. Look, bro, you don't have an opportunity to tell me how to run this shit. You come in here, you my guest, homie. And if you need that boot, I'll give you that boot. But I tell these folks the truth as it is. I'm not about to tell nobody that shit is trash. Maybe I didn't do my intro. You know what? I apologize. This is Critique My Beats, where we build up empires and we don't burn your dreams down. The whole point of this is not for me to tell you that your beats are trash. The whole point of this is to give you constructive criticism, because constructive criticism is when you construct something on top of the criticism you give. You give them alternatives. But I'm not going to sit up here and do that extra shit. You can go to somebody else for that extra out shit. I'm not here for that. I'm here to make sure that they have something to work with. If I tell them, oh, it's trash, he just wasted his money. This is why this is Critique My Motherfucking Beats. Thank you. All right, so those are my thoughts right now. Chat, how did you feel about it? What are some things that you think he can improve on? What do you think could have kind of altered this a bit? Go ahead and leave it in there. Give him a few more months of YouTube. He'll get it. He'll get good. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's very encouraging. You know what I mean? Very encouraging moving forward. I can't stand critiques like, it's just whack, fam. Why? It's just whack. Like, you're creative. You should have a lot more than just Come on, use your vocabulary. Give somebody something to work with. That's what I'm here for. So yeah, snares could have been better. What do you think could have been better about the snares, False? Because I agree. I think the mix will get better. I think even trying a different type of snare would have been good too. Sweet. Lifestyle did it. I gotta add you on as a guest, man. You gotta come on here, man. I gotta have you sit as a policeman. I gotta have you on here, my brother. Okay, see, this is no sidle. Because I'm getting ready to give you the boot. If you're gonna be a distraction. You said he needs to improve on everything. Okay, start with one thing. More EQ on the snare. Maybe more thumpiness on the kick. Maybe layering the kick. Let's use some words and not just broad general things. Because then that means that man will probably go get a haircut. I got to improve on everything. Maybe I get some new shoes. That don't say shit. Cool. I see a lot of good stuff in here people are saying. And those of you that are not watching it live, you'll be able to hear this back and see what's going on. Yeah, Lifestyle did it, man. We gonna link up within the next few weeks and do some of these critiques, man. It'll be dope to have you on here to do that. Oh my gosh. It's cold. Okay. William Spigner says study scales. I agree. I think studying scales and seeing what you're working with can definitely help you out in what you're doing. See, I love this. This is constructive. I love this. All right. Well, I'm sorry. Mancognito. Thank you for sharing your information. I want to go to your YouTube so people can link up with you and follow you and all of that stuff. So I'm going to subscribe to you. And then I'm going to actually save your beat to the Critique My Beats playlist. Let's go to the second one. Let's do the same thing. So then that way you guys can go back and actually find them. This is like the next best thing to me not putting the names in the actual bio. This is a lot of tedious work. This is a lot easier. Okay, so we listen to both beats. Thank you for sharing it. Let's go to the next one. Jonathan Cambry. Did you just leave us with one beat? Okay, well, we'll do that. He left us no links. He was like, beat, play it. Don't talk to me, Curtis. I hope this is a beat. Let's listen to it. Interesting. Maybe this is why you didn't put no explanation. Someone said the beat speaks for itself. Let's listen to what the chat had to say, because I have a few different thoughts about this one, but I want to make sure that I gather it first before I start to just go in. Because as I'm listening to this, it'd be difficult to rap over with so much going on. You think there's a lot going on? I feel like it was missing some elements. 808 seems out of tune. Yeah, I definitely would take it to a high frequency to see that. I think his loop to this sound outdated. Yeah, it kind of gives me some early 2000 or late, what was it, like early 2000s Drake feelings to it. Like I can hear a younger Drake on this, over this beat. Like a younger Drake with the Lil Wayne as a feature is what I could hear on this one. I think that speaking of the rhythm, you got it. You got the rhythm. The rhythm is strong within this one. The rhythm is strong with this one. I feel like, yo, the rhythm is strong in this one. here's what I'll say, that horn lead sound that you had, it caught me immediately, right? Because I like what you had going on there. Only thing is, when you finally switched it up, I felt like it lost a lot of momentum because I felt like you were building up. You were building this up to be something bigger, and then you kept building the anticipation. And then when it came in, it was just really like that 808, which is a bit muddy mix wise. And I feel like you want to check the key of that 808 too, because I feel like if I listened to this in the car the first time, I would have an immediate reaction. I wouldn't have all these thoughts that I'm having right now. If I heard this in the car, I'd be like, yo, this is banging. I need that. But then as I sat down and wrote with it, I would start to say, damn, it's missing some elements, like maybe like some strings, or maybe some kind of like brighter sounds that are going to open this beat up more, right? So as I'm listening to the horns, Javon says that horns are out of style. I really think it depends on how you use the horns, right? It seems like a lot of trap beats, even like Quavo's new project, has a lot of flutes. So it seems like flutes are the in sounds right now. But I think that there's ways to freak the horns to where they sound like, oh damn, that might be the next wave. Because it's not a wave until like people start riding it. That's just is what it is. People was like, oh man, like horns is out. But then listen to T.I. featuring Meek Mill on his new album on a song I think it's called Jefe or something like that. That beat is stupid, and it's all horns, right? It is stupid. So it's really about how you use it, I feel like. But I feel like those horns were building up anticipation to go somewhere. You just didn't take us all the way there. So those are my initial thoughts on that, my friend. Okay, cool. So it's a lot of love in here for this beat. You didn't leave us with any information. Like, y'all, whoever gets to critique my beats at critiquemybeats.com, leave your links, leave your social media. If you don't have social media, or if you don't have a website or anything like that, you probably shouldn't be submitting beats off right now. I'm just playing. Go ahead and submit your beats. But we want to get to know who you are and where you're at. So that's that. But thank you for sharing your music. Let's go to the next one. Sincere Noble? Okay, I know that name. Congrats on the 100K subscribers. I'm sure you'll get 500K by doing what you're doing for the online producer rapper community. I appreciate that. And I appreciate y'all still being here after that video about rappers not needing music producers. Seemed like a lot of people was pissed off when I made that video, but I love y'all, man. And when it's time to give y'all a wake-up call, or those who needed it, I'm going to give that to you, whether it hurts your feelings or not. Somebody did the same thing for me, and I had my pride shot a few times. You need to have your pride shot a few times. Humble your ass. And this is exactly what I wanted to do. I had to tell y'all the right thing and not just the thing that you want to hear. I can't always be hugging you and touching your, tapping your back like it's going to be all right, baby. I got to sometimes, come on, man. Better customer service. Deliver to these folks. I'm sorry, I got off topic. So, Sincere Noble, you left us with two beats. The first one called Doing Right. The second one called The Last Crusade. Let's listen to the first one right now.
Sincere Noble, suckers.
Okay, Sincere Noble. So this beat, immediately, I'm hearing this beat and I don't want to hear an artist on it. And if I do hear an artist, the kind of artist I want to hear is somebody who sings or raps over future bass type stuff. Like a Smino would be super dope over this. Gold Link would be dope over this. There was somebody in here who said something about the kick, and I highly agree with it. Is that the kick was to me the only thing that was not strong. The kick was kind of like I think what people, the folks who were saying that it sounds outdated, the kick is the thing I think that's aging this track, because that kick sounds like something from like the Jermaine Dupri era, right? And you got to be careful about those kicks, because just because you're making music that is like different music doesn't mean like everything has to be different. Sometimes modernizing the drums and then doing things that other people are not doing melodically gets your point across. But I think this one is one of those things where, unless it's your sound to have those very like open, I'm about to say uncircumcised kicks. That's so bad. But like those kicks that are just like, they're just flapping everywhere. Like, you want to make sure you tighten those kicks up, because now modern music, even future bass, the kicks are very thin, right? And that's for a specific reason. It gives you a different feeling within the bounce. I like the snare work on this one. I like the actual instrument choice. I would have liked to hear a stronger bass presence, or maybe an 808 presence. And even like an 808 snare, even though I know that many of us are probably done with that. I don't really hear artists on this. I don't really want to hear artists on this. To me, what I want to hear on this is this be like where you bring in like some acapella chops, and you make this like something somebody wants to listen to when they're doing like, you know, like they're on a treadmill, or something they listen to when, you know, they're getting ready to go on a first date with somebody. I don't know, like it's just something that's just, it's more vibey music. Something I would like play in the background as I'm like, I don't know, kicking it with some of my college homies. It just seems like that kind of a vibe. But yeah, that's that. So let's go to the next beat, which is called The Last Crusade.
Sincere noble suckers.
Uh-oh. Is it getting choppy? What's going on with the computer? Let me shut some stuff down. I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna play it again, but it just seems like for some reason everything was just hella choppy. No, get off of here. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Photoshop, why you gotta open everything up? Okay. I don't know what happened. Okay. We should be good now. That was my bad. Let's listen to it one more time. Cause I really like this beat.
Sincere noble suckers.
That's eerie. That was very mysterious, very dark. I definitely want to hear. This will sound really odd, but I want to hear Joe Budden on something like this. I want to hear somebody that has a very raspy voice. The Game would be nice on this. somebody that has a raspy voice and ability to do some storytelling. I like what you did with this one because I feel like this one paid a lot of attention to the possibility of an artist rapping over this one. To me, this one is definitely something I want to hear somebody rapping over. Some elements of it that I thought were special. The swing of this one was super dope. Where you place the snares at. The mix on the kick and the snare was nice. If you put this kick on the first beat, we're talking about a completely different feeling from that beat. You have an incredible bounce with all of your beats, and the hi-hat work on this was super dope. I like that vocal, although you might want to auto-tune that vocal, and not like the way people are auto-tuning these days, but like the real way to auto-tune to where it's literally putting that in tune, and the naked ear can't pick it up. Because I think that some of the notes that she's singing, some of them sound amazing with the beat, some of them sound a little bit off, like it's not in the scale of whatever that initial melody was. But the 808s, I think that's something that both beats kind of exposed to me. Like y'all saying I was exposed on Photoshop. I ain't exposed on nothing. How you think I be making these fire thumbnails? It ain't because I just made them on my phone. I use Photoshop. And sometimes I use a selfie. So get off my bag. Anyways, yeah, I think the 808s expose your mixing on your bass and how much time you probably do not spend mixing your bass. It just sounds like the bass mix was very hesitant. It didn't sound very deliberate to me. But I liked it. I did like it. That's probably my favorite beat. Yeah, Rick Ross, Rick Ross would eat that, no pun. That is funny. A$AP Rocky, yeah, A$AP Rocky and Rick Ross on this would be stupid. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that together. I like the mix. I like the mix on the drums the most too. Sample or not, I like the mix on the drums on this one. So that's that. You left us with your email on your website, which is sincerenoble.com. I'll show this for the people who came in the room late. If y'all don't stop asking, where I send my beats to? Fam. Go to critiquemybeats.com. That is the only way that I press play on these beats. Critiquemybeats.com. These are all VIP members. These are folks that have paid to get their beats played and critiqued by not just me, but by the live studio audience. So, yeah, there it is. It's the last one I'll say that. All right, cool. So it seems like y'all are enjoying that. Let's go to the next producer, sincerenoble.com. Oh, for sure. I appreciate you, Omzen J Sonic Cow. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. Thank you. And those of you also that added money in here. I mean, look, if you need to go get your refund, get your refund. I do not listen to projects. I don't listen to songs for Critique My Beats. It's called Critique My Beats, not songs. I don't immediately listen to your beat because you sent $2. Take that Snicker money, okay, and put it back in your pockets. That's not how this is done. CritiqueMyBeats.com. Just so y'all know. It's in the description too, by the way. So, just you know. And it's funny how people be putting not you, my man's Cal. It's funny people be like, I gave you $2. Now listen to me. Do I look homeless to you? No, shut up. Don't say nothing. Because my beard kind of got that. Sincere Noble, man, you got fire, bro. And I see you're in the chat. You got super fire. Sincerenoble.com. Sincerenoble.com. Check my man's out. All right, next producer. Malcolm Heavy, are you back again? 2 more for you. The first one is like late Wiz Khalifa and Lil Wayne inspired. Second, well, I'll let you make a call on that one. All right. You got your info. Okay, let's listen to the first beat, which is called Legend. Okay, I gotta say it first, Malcolm Heavy. The second, I don't want to forget, the second key of the 808 loop, out of key, completely out of key. Go back and take it to a higher octave and see what note. It's probably like a whole note down. I would have to see it in front of me. But yeah, that threw it off for me because I felt like this had the potential of being something that once again is wide open, leaves a lot of space for a rapper to get them bars off, say what they gotta say their piece. This is like a track 7, track 8 type of beat I can hear. I like the mix you did on the snare. The kick, I left a little bit to the imagination. The kick, I feel like could have been stronger. And I feel like that seems to be a recurring issue with a lot of producers that submit to critique my beats, is that you're not paying enough attention to your kick. Just because it's like the shortest sound within your beat does not mean it's not one of the most important driving forces of how people interpret the heartbeat of your beat. I always look at kicks as like your kicks is literally the heartbeat of your beat. That is the foundation, right? If you get that right, I'm telling you, all of my top sellers have a strong and a present kick, not a loud kick, not a wide kick, but a very present. And really, when I'm mixing too, I like to mix things according to my kick. My bass is mixed according to my kick. Like everything is relative to my kick, pretty much. So that the strongest thing coming through is probably my kick. So that when they turn things up, like I know I'll be good, right? As long as that's kind of like the top of the totem pole for me mixing wise. It's kind of like the kick has strings coming down from it and it's pulling things up with it relative to what the volume of the kick is. Right now, that kick just sounds like you kind of just found one that you thought kind of fit the vibe of it and you just kind of let it be. It doesn't sound like it's a whole lot of EQing on it. But that's just one beat. What you guys think of that? Snare needs work. Okay. I hear you. Greg Johnson said 808 could use some distortion, little chorus. Yeah, you know what? Like I would have loved to hear even some 808 slides in this would have made it interesting. And even the 808 itself, like I felt like that was probably an older 808. It probably was giving you that feeling of the Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne early 2000 situation. Where is Dari? My email is critiquemybeats.com. That's my email. So the person earlier that said, what's wrong with albums and EPs, Curtis? Curtis hate albums and EPs. Stop it. Stop the lies. Curtis has made albums and EPs. Why? Because I started off as a rapper. I don't hate albums and EPs. I don't hate songs. It's just that songs have a higher percentage rate of getting flagged. And these videos then either get took down or they go on mute because you guys put it up for content ID. So there's that. And then secondly, like I just don't want to listen to no songs. I want to listen to beats. I like listening to instrumentals. So that's my case. I'm sticking by it. I don't know how long this camera gonna last, but this is crispy. Oh, hey, that camera crispy, boy. All right, so let's go to the second beat, which is Very Angry Boy. Cool. Yo, I like that one. That was a day and night difference from the first beat. Not saying the first beat was bad. I like this one a whole lot more. And what I liked about it is that it was very deliberate. Every decision you made, you can tell that you went straight forward with this one. To me, I hear Denzel Curry. I would love to hear Denzel Curry just spazzing out over this, especially as you have those parts where the bass drops out or the drums drop out, and it's just nothing but the melody that you have there, and then bring back the 808s. That's such a Denzel Curry thing. Like my favorite two songs right now, Mad I Got It and Sumo. Oh my gosh, I love that beat and that song. So to me, I hear him over something like this. Some critiques that I have, those hi-hats sounded very ashy. Like they need some treatment. Like they need some lotion. They need like moisturizer and conditioner. And you gotta leave the conditioner in for like at least 5 minutes because then it'll soften up the I'm just playing. But like, yeah, the hi-hats, I think that if you're going to do those type of hi-hats, if you and I were collaborating, this is what I would do. I would take some higher tone hi-hats first to introduce the beat if I'm gonna put hi-hats. And then I would wait to the last 8 bars with the 808s and then take them down to like those pitch down, dirty, grimy hi-hats that you have in this. That way the beat feels like it's just like, it just feels like it's just digging deep into your chest. Like, ugh. To me, the last 8 bars of the verse, I would have brought those ashy hi-hats because it would have made more sense there. But I think exposing the ashiness too early could be an issue. That's me, but I like what you did here. It was very minimal melodically, but I don't think it needed much. To be real with you, I don't think it needed much. Other than that, yeah, the hi-hats is a little bit ashy. Mozzie will be mean over this. Drums are definitely knocking. DJ Matrix, I agree. The high pitch, I'm backing up in the commercial vehicle sound. I think it should have pulled up. Yeah, you know what? I think that there's certain sounds in this beat that we wouldn't even hear once the vocals are applied to this beat. Thinking of a voice like a Denzel Curry, which is kind of a high pitch, a very loud voice, which he does like some ad-lib work, you would barely hear like that pad. It would be something you would feel more than something that you would audibly hear, at least for people who are not producers. But I mean, I enjoyed it. The sound design, oh my gosh, I like what you did sound design wise. I like the fact that you kept it interesting all throughout there. But yeah, man, just, go to Walgreens or wherever's near you, CVS, find yourself, there's like a cherry almond, oh man, cherry almond lotion, apply that to your hi-hats on this one. It'll be smooth as butter, my friend. But thank you for sharing that. Those 2 beats, super fire. SoundCloud.com, Malcolm-Heavy, MalcolmHeavy.beatstars.com, Instagram.com, Malcolm Heavy. You kept it very, very consistent with your social media, and I think that's dope. Thank you for sharing that beat. Lego Zidane producer. Fresh Ire, we got some returning people. I apologize for sending beats in so soon. I really need help getting these beats up to a professional standard with the mix so I can send them out for sync licensing like you and your viewers suggested the last video. I really appreciate the advice, and I'm optimistic now about this new direction to go in. Any help you can give me with regards to the mix of these or the sustainability for sync licensing would be amazing. So you're focused on sync licensing. Okay, well, I'll tell you this, Fresh Ire Beats. If these critiques are helping you, by all means, I invite you to do more. But nothing I'm going to tell you is going to speed it up as fast as experience. Because if you don't feel the things personally that I suggest that you maybe tweak within these beats, if you don't feel it, if you just do it because I said to do it, it's not going to be a long-lasting lesson, right? It may not be something that actually clicks until 3 years later. You're like, yo, that's what the hell he meant. So I'm just here to plant seeds of information. But if it's helping you, by all means, we can keep this party going. So, Fresh Ire, let's listen to the first beat, which is called City Nights. And then the second one is called Poisonous. Okay, so when I'm listening to this, and keep in mind, producers, Fresh Ire wants to get beats not to artists to rap over. Because I think some of you are thinking like, oh, G Unit, he's not even focused on artists. He's focused on getting these played in like commercials or getting these played in places where this type of music makes a lot more sense. When I listen to this, instantly I start thinking about, just because I'm a sports fan, I think about like Fox Sports or FSN, where you're listening to, or you're watching like like the commercial breaks, and then it shows you highlights for like this Wednesday. Like imagine this, play the beat, and it'd be like this. This Wednesday, the Lakers versus the Celtics, 7:30 p.m. That's what I hear, right? So imagine it in that context. It's music that we probably generally don't pay attention to because it's just background music. But if I listen to that with that voice, it makes so much more sense. So with that said, what I would do with this beat, I would give it some more love on the arrangement. When you're sending beats out for sync licensing, keep in mind that it is your job to inspire the video editor of the commercial, of the TV show that you're going to get this music on. You're supposed to inspire the video editor, excuse me. If the video editor has stuff to work with, like transitions, it'll inspire them to chop the footage up differently, right? So it is your job to put an arrangement here that inspires them to be like, ooh, that's dope. But look where it goes at 45 seconds. It just switches into a whole nother place, or, you know, those extra sounds, or even like that like imagine if you added a Vox sound. It's like, hey, hey. That's stuff that the video editor can now, like if we're imagining this beat playing behind a scenario where they're showing highlights or advertising for a basketball game coming on this week. They're going to show highlights of the players laying up the basketball and shooting jumpers. Now imagine when you have a Vox come in and you say, hey, that may inspire the video editor to find a clip of like LeBron James saying, hey, and then the beat goes with it. You see how you can inspire the video editor? That's what you want to keep in mind. So adding more interesting elements, I think that for what you're doing, I would have liked to see the drums be a little bit more crispy, right? Not louder, because we're not trying to get this for placement with artists, but just more crispy. Because right now they just sound kind of like mudded. It sounds like the bass is kind of dominating a lot of those mid frequencies and high frequencies, and there needs to be a little bit of separation, some clean separation. But those are my thoughts. Let's go to the second one, which is called Poisonous. Now, producers, keep in mind, this is for sync licensing. This is not for rappers. Okay, I'm trying to think of what commercial I can hear this one on, because this is definitely, you're in your bag right now, right? I'm not listening to this trying to say, oh, you need to put this sound. This needs to be a trap beat. No, you know where you're going. Keep focused in this lane. This is your lane. Don't worry about nobody else saying, well, it sounds outdated. That doesn't sound like something. F them, okay? You're in your bag. You're focused right now. Focus on these placements. Focus on these sync license situations. This right here, let's play it. What does it sound like? Oh, I had it in my head. What was it? Here it goes. I got another commercial for you. Men, do you have trouble cooking at home? Maybe it's time for you to go down to Carl's Jr. and get a double Western bacon cheeseburger. Yeah, because we're men, and all we do is men stuff. Like eat burgers and get it all over the place. Yeah. That's my imitation of the commercial for Carl's Jr. or Hardee's, depending on where you're at. But that's what I hear. So that being said, I think you got it, man. I think you got it. I think this is good because it's right in that lane. And I think that adding have the same critique that I had before, is that the drums need more clarity, because if you're going to be in that space, their focus is not trying to max out the volume. They want clarity. They want crispness. They want something that if they apply 4K shot footage over your beat does not make the footage like any less than what it is. It wants to enhance that as an experience altogether. So that's the approach. But as goofy as that thing I just did sounds, you should start doing that. And I bet you'll start to change the way that you go about arranging this, because once again, you'll give them more stuff to rock out with once you change the transitions, right? So don't pay no mind to these producers in here talking stuff, saying they, talking about a Geico. Somebody said Sizzlers beat. Come on, man, ain't no Sizzlers type beat. Let that man go get his check, because I bet you, let that man get his check, you gonna be trying to make some Sizzler type beats. I bet you be making the same type. Like, damn, fam, like, how you get that bread, bro? Hey, can you give me your connect, man? I seen you was in that Carl's Jr. commercial that was on the Super Bowl. Hey, man, can you give me that connect? Don't listen to these folks. Don't listen to nobody trying to tell you to do otherwise. You do you, partner. You got this. This is yours. So, I love it. I love it. I love what you did with that. So yeah, stay optimistic, man. Stay on your path. Don't worry about trying to get on rappers' albums. Don't worry about, forget that. Go where you're going. Continue to invest more beats. The more catalog you have, the more of a beast you'll be in sync license. So just keep going on. Keep getting more. Keep making more beats. Keep riding this lane completely. You'll be in good place. I promise you that. So, was it the second beat? That was the second beat, wasn't it? Yeah. Carl's Jr. Dope. I love the variety we have when we do this. These are so dope. So let's go to another producer. Matter of fact, what we looking like on time, my friends? How long has it been so far? I want to make sure these have like some watchability, if that makes any sense. It's not a word. Like 44. Okay, we got a little time. Excuse me. Beatsmith Music is your name. Cool. Hey, Curtis, I like all kinds of beats, so I decided to send in 2 totally different ones. Curious to hear your opinion on them. All right, sweet. Spirits by Beatsmith is the first beat. Second one is called Groovy. Let it do it.
Beatsmith Music. Beatsmith Music.
Forgot I was going over time. I like that. I like the clarity in this one, B. Smith. I like the fact that you're leaving space. Man, space is such an underutilized skill set. Space. Sometimes you don't need more instruments. Sometimes you need to take out instruments. Sometimes you need to let the beat breathe. And this beat definitely is saying, like, rapper, come to this beat and rap over this beat. This is not meant for anything else except for a rapper killing this beat. I don't know why I hear Little Uzi Vert over this. Maybe on the hook. I hear Lil Uzi Vert doing something on this. I just hear his tone all over this, hearing his auto-tune style all over this. Even Quavo, I can hear doing something on this. But I like the clarity. I like the fact that the way you mix the 808s, even the fact that you didn't extend the 808 to being like, you know, the normal 2-bar 808s. You like you kind of like, what is it? You cut the release on it, and you made it to where you control the 808, and the 808 didn't control this beat. Now, the critique that I have of this one so far is just the fact that it doesn't have any special qualities that would make me as a rapper want to hit you up and be like, yo, hey fam, you played me some fire beats, but that one beat, oh man, the one that had the, there's nothing really that comes to mind when I describe this beat. And if I describe it, it would sound like literally 95% of all other trap beats made in the 2016, 17, 18, right? So maybe finding some kind of defining characteristic that could be your sound. Maybe it's a certain type of vox. Maybe it's a certain type of melody that you can do. Either way, I think this would be good for placement. I just think that it's just missing some kind of special quality that makes it stand out amongst the gazillion other trap beats. This is a dope beat. We hear dope beats all the time. So that's my only critique of it. What did you guys think of it though? Because I know it's fire. I think it's a good beat. You might want a new tag. Yeah, I think the tag is something that's a little bit overbearing. Like the tag sounds like, give me your money. But like the beat is like, hey, get the bag, get the bag. But then the tag is like, you ain't got no bag, that's my bag. It's like Debo. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, find like a nice female voice. I know it's like very predictable, but find like a nice female voice that's just kind of, you know, Beatsmith. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, something like that. That wasn't a female voice, but whatever. Yeah. This would not be good for mumble rappers. I think the tempo might not be good for mumble rappers, but I think that the instrumentation would be super dope to have them in an oddball collaboration. Like this is the type of beat, if I had to submit off a beat for Lil Uzi Vert and J. Cole to rap over, or Lil Uzi Vert and Kendrick, that's one of the beats I would send off if I had that. So yeah, that's just my thing. So the next one is Groovy. Let's listen to that one and let's get to it.
Beatsmith Music.
Hey.
Beatsmith Music. Beatsmith Music. Beatsmith Music.
Oh, that was nice, man. That was nice. It's a little heavy on the tags, but that was nice. I like that. I like when we get something that is straightforward hip hop. You know, I'm not biased at all, but I do love straightforward hip hop. Like this to me is just like, ugh. Like I want to hear Freeway over something like this, like the newer Freeway, like the stuff he does with Jake One. I want to hear. Honestly, I don't even necessarily need to hear a rapper over this as much as I just want to hear like what you do arrangement wise. I think the only critique I have of this immaculate beat is that I would have liked to see more work with the snares, because I get a live feel from this with everything that you did with the sampling. The snares needed like a little bit of a, like a click, click, boom, boom, and something with the toms, like something that gives it a little bit more flair between the loops. Because right now, it sounds good, it sounds heavy, but I say about a minute or 2 minutes into this, it's going to be like, okay, you need to give me something else. So maybe some times that go, groom, 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 something along those. You know what I'm talking about. I know it sounds crazy, but that is a beautiful beat. I just would like to hear more variation with the actual drums. But that sample is cold. Bass is cold. Definitely something that's just like, oof. This might be something definitely for some sync licensing too. I like this. And keep in mind, y'all, when I'm saying artists sometimes, I am not saying it's that person type beat. Like the last beat I said, J. Cole. I am not saying it is a J. Cole type beat. I'm saying I would like to hear J. Cole over it because of his voice, his timbre. I'm thinking about his tone. I'm not saying like, that sound like something that go on kids on drugs. Yep, that's the same thing. Come on, man. You know I'm smarter than that. I hope you do. I know I'm smarter than that. But that's that. This is a super dope beat. So, Beatsmith Music. Your Instagram is instagram.com/Beatsmith Music. SoundCloud is soundcloud.com. Real Beatsmith Music. YouTube.com. Yeah, long URL. But yeah, you get the picture. Beatsmith Music. That was fire, fam. Thank you. Inspector Deck. Yeah, now we getting to it. Pornhub type beat. Style Chain, D-Bet. I bet you're under 30. To call this a porn type beat, I bet you're under 30. I guarantee you're under 30. Because ain't nobody over 30 that would think this is a porn star beat. This is hip hop. Sky on the Beats, you're right. This is definitely something that if you put Pornhub type beat, it would get a lot of clicks. Yep. The beat geek. Let me hold your beard. Hey fam, I got some new supplies out here. The homie has a company. I'm not about to plug and nothing like that right now. I gotta make sure it works on my face. But the homie got a company. Man, I've been putting that stuff up in there. It's one layer on it that don't smell like the best. And my wife been like, it kind of stink. But I'm like, when this beer come in, you ain't gonna be complaining. I know you ain't gonna be complaining. You gonna be loving this. I talked to her like that, and then she beat me up. That's that though. So really dope music, man. Let's go to the next person. Groovy was definitely one of my favorites of the night. 80 Ellis, Mastermind Productions. Hey Curtis, I started producing about 4 months ago and I'm basically looking for some feedback so that I can continue to improve moving forward. Check me out. Mastermind Music, Blackout. Let's go ahead and play the first beat.
Mastermind on the beat. It's crazy.
All right, so my man's Mastermind Production, has been making beats for 4 months, and I can tell you've been making beats for 4 months, and I don't mean that in an insulting way. I'm gonna tell you something that I'm noticing the more critiques that I do. I can tell a producer's experience by how they seem to treat every individual instrument. It seems like you have an approach that's a very mono approach. And not talking about mixing oils. We're talking about just singular approach. I can tell that every single instrument, you're sitting there, you're guessing, you're second guessing, you're going back, and this is normal for 4 months, but you're second guessing, you're putting this in, you're like, okay, now I'm focused on just this key. I can tell that every single instrument, what happens is the more you progress, the more you start to think of beats in clusters. You start to think about, okay, when I lay down this piano, I'm already thinking about what kind of bass line I'm going to do, or at least what I think I'm going to do, and what kind of snare, and possibly what kind of hi-hats. You just think in clusters because you've been doing it for so many years. You've been doing it for so long. Right now, it seems like you're doing a singular approach to everything, and you're not thinking in clusters. Sometimes the clusters can be doubling down on. It can be doubling down on the actual key arrangement that you're doing, right? So if you got like keys that you're playing, the actual darker keys, you could be layering that up with a synthesizer or something else is going to make it a little bit more beefy. I think right now everything, it just sounds like a very hesitant. It's like a very hesitant approach to how you're doing it. But let's see what the chat got to say about teams. Hey, Javon, man, come on, man. Be respectful. I'm gonna say that one time. I'm gonna be respectful if you can't come in with some. I know you want to clown and all that stuff, but if you can't be respectful, it's not the place for it. You the devil? Okay. You're not gonna last long tonight, so you might as well get what you gotta say, get that off. All right, cool. So that was the first beat. Bass is strong. Kick would help, yeah. I just think you're in a place right now where, you know, you can't force experience. You can only have experience. So take your time with it. I think that the things that are kind of exposing that, as like I said, it's the fact that it's the lack of detail that you're having with this beat in clusters. The hi-hats, you could tell you didn't give too much of a treatment, but this is 4 months in, man, and you show some potential, especially with the melody. You show some potential of doing some great things later down the line. Let's listen to the second one, which is called Laid Back.
Another mastermind production.
All right. Once again, we're 4 months into this, so this is kind of what I'm expecting. But when I'm listening to that, I'm just like, first thing I like. Let me say this. This is what I see a lot of potential with you is that you do have a good ear for arrangement. Okay, a lot of people when they first get into this, the first 4 months, their arrangement is all over the place. It's either all over the place or it's very minimal. I like the arrangement that you have going on. In addition to that, we got to up those sound quality. We got to up the sound quality. We got to up the sound selection. It's just going to be things that as you're listening to more music that you like, you're going to realize the difference, the day and night difference between your stuff and the stuff that you like to listen to, right? As I listen to the kick and the snare, you may just be working with some stock sounds, and I can immediately hear stock all over those sounds. But even like, you can't even use that as an excuse anymore because a lot of stock sounds, like there's some kits within even FL Studio that that allow you to use some higher quality drums, and then that's where learning EQing comes in too. Like there's just no excuse. So give yourself some time. I would say definitely focus on getting higher quality sounds, but don't make that your default, right? If something doesn't go right, that doesn't mean you immediately need to go get a better software. Sometimes that means that you need to understand how to mix better, and you'll learn throughout the process. I think right now those drums are taking the life out of this beat. Even though it's a very soft and tranquil beat, I think it's just taking the life out of what's going on. What's going on? BusyWorksBeats.com. For those that don't know, if you're in the Anaheim area tomorrow, day 2 of this is BusyWorks, our games day. in which he will be doing some stuff there live for basically on a projector screen. He'll be able to walk you through some stuff on FL Studio and do it in a live setting. So we have another workshop. But yeah, if you want more information, go to busyworksbeats.com. I'll be there. I'll be speaking for sure. It'll be a great day tomorrow, or evening, I should say. More information is at busyworksbeats.com. So that's that. But yeah, so my man's Mastermind Productions. Give yourself some time. And then also, too, you'll probably eventually end up changing your name. I think you might change your name because it's a very common name that is out there. But right now, man, you just got a little time. You got a little time. You got to give yourself a little bit more patience. I would just say that EQing is probably your biggest thing. And then also, too, continue to highlight your strengths with, to me, is your arrangement. Your arrangement is very strong. I like what you're doing there. You know what things should come in and what should go out within the music. So I enjoy that. Cool. Next producer. And this will be the last one of the night. And we'll come back and we'll do some more very soon on this new HD setup. Game, look at me. I'm on my DSLR right now. I feel special. Ain't no webcam. The NPC's finna be lit if my camera lasts for longer than 2 hours. But there's that. So, who are we looking at right now? Beats and songs. Man, I hope you didn't send no song, fam. It says beats and songs. Man, I hope you did not send no songs. You even put it in here, critique my beats. That's... Hi, Curtis. Love what you are doing. Watch nearly all your videos. I learned a lot from what you and hoping to learn a lot more. I go by the name NIK. I'm an 18-year-old producer from Sweden, and I've been making music for the last 4 years. As of now, I have a couple of songs out, and I'm spending a lot of time producing, but my dream is to make a living out of it. I felt like the right step was to get advice from a professional producer, as I find the quality of production to be the most important thing, especially when there are so many talented producers in this day and age. These beats, as of which is a song or projects I've been working on over the past couple of weeks, and I hope to get some valuable advice on how to improve them. They're a little bit low in volume. Okay. First beat is called Clout Cloud. And the next one's called Sentiment Bounce.
Make it drop.
Come on. I'm not playing no songs. Critique my beats. Send me the instrumental. Feel like Stephen A. Smith. Send me the instrumental. Not critique my song. I'm not even listening to the beat. If it's how can I pay attention to the beat if you're doing it? I just assume what you about to do. I don't want to hear it. Come on, fam. Sentiment Bounce. Hopefully this is an instrumental. And you didn't send me an instrumental. Okay, you sent me a wave. Oh, fam. Oh, oh, man. What? Man, you about to get a refund. My mans, you finna get a refund. Yeah, you finna get a refund. Oh, God. You did not send 3. Oh, my God. I'm sick. I'm sick. What? What? No. What are you... No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. I'm going to send you your refund soon, my friend. So this is the last producer of the night. Hope all is well. It's your favorite blind producer again. Oh, my mans. Dirty Brown, what's up? I just want to thank you to you and your wife for having my back on your season finale. Folks started clowning, which I am used to, and y'all shut the negativity down. You know I'm here for that. Thank you. Just in case you ever wondered, I produced these instrumentals on Pro Tools using my native instruments keyboard. That's so dope, man. Super dope. So the first beat is called Tranquility. The next one is Overqualified. And you send me MP3s. That's the way you do it. My homie from Sweden, man, you got to do better, man. know what I like about this is that I know that for those that don't know, this producer is actually blind. This producer is actually blind, and what I like going through the music is that I know that you're going to feel music a different way. And as I'm listening to that bright synth lead, that I'm hearing how you even putting a pitch bend on it. You feel music, and you feel music a different way, and it can definitely tell within this. That being said, though, I think that how you feel it, it may not be interpreted clearly or communicated clearly to your audience because they may not understand everything that's going into making this production. I feel like the drums, especially the snare, it felt a bit muddy. I feel like there's a lot of things going on with the mix of that, and I felt like it was just loud. It wasn't necessarily cutting through the mix clear. It was just loud. The bass, I would have liked for that to be a little bit more present, not just louder but present. I like the mood of this though, and I like the fact that this sounds like somebody who is playing music and not just putting a bunch of sounds together. This sounds like somebody who's playing music and is filling the music out, and I appreciate that. What did you guys think of the beat? Definitely want to hear some higher quality sounds too. Broadway J beats. Yeah, there's a sound that's too loud. I think it's that one sound that I talked about, how he's kind of like he's filling it out. There's a lot of soul in that sound, but it's just really mixing this now to get it to a different place, because I think I would have ran that through a reverb, or ran it through, not a reverb, like something that would have basically ducked the sound so it's not so present. Uh-oh, this camera about to die. Uh-oh, listen to the second beat. Let's try to get this last one in. Uh-oh. What the hell? How about now? Am I still sounding like Tyler, the Creator? Do I sound okay? Or do I still sound like Tyler?
Hi guys. I know. I know. We good? Jeff Mack, thank you. We just waiting now. Okay, cool. We back. Yeah. All right, cool. So this is what I was saying. Move the hell out the way. Hold on, let me move this. Make this smaller, actually. Boom. Okay. Cool. I don't sound like Tyler the Creator, right? I'm good. Hi guys. So what I said with that beat is that I hear that beat as being menu music on a website or being video game music for a computer video game, such as, like, I don't know if you guys ever seen these. It's not even really a video game. It's like how people design their houses before they move into their house, or they're trying to like remodel a room. They basically will take a picture and then upload it to their computer and then use this HGTV sort of program to allow them to see what different furniture looks like around the room. This is background music for that to me. So that's what I'm here initially. I can even hear this like being like background music, menu music for like a Sim City video, a computer game, or like a Roller Coaster Tycoon, like the new versions of it. I like the vibes of it. I'm not hearing rappers over it. I'm just hearing this as sync focused. This needs to be sync focused, right? Beat Geek says I can hear it in a UK commercial. I agree. So as we're thinking about it from that space, the critiques tend to change a little bit now, right? Lexus commercial. John, yeah, you hit it right on the head. That's the move. Epos, how do you submit a beat, Curtis? Go to CURTIQUEMybeats.com. That's how you do it. But yep, Lexus or Ferrari. I could definitely hear this in the back and seeing like people super happy, riding around in the car with the Sims music. Yes, I can hear the Sims. I definitely can hear this for the Sims. I think that'll be interesting music for that. And that's not an insult. That's just a direction to start pushing your craft in. I think that's important, that you have options. I don't hear rappers over this. I don't hear singers over this. I hear this as background music. So, cool. Man, we appreciate you sharing your information, sharing your music. Dirty Brown. Follow him on Twitter. It's Beats Blind. Man, so amazing, bro. We get such a wide range of producers, man. My friend here, Dirty Brown, man, is blind. It's not letting that stop him from creating his music and expressing himself through the music. It's a beautiful thing. All right. What is sync beat? Basically, for just think about commercials, think about background music for TV shows, think about award shows, music that you don't necessarily always pay attention to as much as like when you're listening to an artist, you're listening to like, oh, that artist is crazy, or that beat is even crazier. You're taking it as a full package. For something like that, you're listening more so to how it evokes an emotion through the scene that it's basically being played, whether it's commercial or whatever the case may be. So that's dope. All right, cool. So let's listen to the next one, which is the last one of the night. Oh, was that the last one? Oh, that was the last one. So I definitely got to go give my mans a refund tonight. I got you, man. If you want to go ahead and do it again, we are more than welcome. Just bring instrumentals. Don't bring no doggone songs. I love you, but don't bring no doggone songs. But yeah, that's that. So, music producers, thank you for joining me. I got all happy about my new quality camera. As you guys can see, the transition was like very crazy, because now the quality is like, it's cool, but it ain't. Don't get me excited no more. But thank y'all for joining. I'm getting ready to get some rest because I got to speak tomorrow at Games event in Anaheim, California, which is the Mastermind meeting. He will be doing some stuff live there on the projector screen for FL Studio users. You'll be able to be there and ask him questions specifically. But yeah, man. Yeah, we have that event tomorrow, and we'll be doing a lot more events, taking on the road. You guys know that I want to take it to Atlanta, to New York. Definitely, I want to take it to
South Africa is a bigger goal for me. I want to take it to South Africa. There's a lot of love and support for my channel from South Africa. And I got a lot of folks out there that I want to bring this value to. But super dope. If you missed it, it's all good. I see 96 Nick Beats. We'll be here. We'll be here. This video will go back up live. Much love. Thank y'all for spending your evening or your mornings with me. You know, once again, this is Curtis King of Curtis King. Thank you, Pearl Manhattan. Kiss my baby boy. Curtis King, CurtisKingBeats.com. Love y'all. Peace.